What's up guys, it's Brownie and today we're going to be building some really cool, easy, simple PVC swords. Now these are just fun, they're not for serious sword fighting. This is just something you can do if you want to mess around with your mates or your little brother or something. Just really simple, easy to make, takes 10 minutes and yeah, let's get into it. So first off you want to get a piece of PVC. Mine is 25mm, and mark out how long the sword you want to be, and then also mark out where you want the handle grip to be. So then take your cutters, whatever they may be. It doesn't have to be PVC cutters, but that's what I happen to have. You can just use a hacksaw or any other cutting device, I guess. So just cut through that. Should be pretty easy. Depending what sword you want will depend on what size you make it, and I just went off the top of my head, and I liked the size that I picked. It was pretty easy, and I'm deciding that I want to make a long sword, like a two-handed long sword, so that's what I went with, and I made a grip long enough for me to put both hands on, just like so. The next step is to make the cross guard, which we'll be making out of a slightly larger piece of PVC, and you'll see why in a second. Okay, so what you're going to want is a drill, and you want a 25mm hole saw. I picked 25mm because that's the size of my PVC tube that I decided to make for the base of my sword. Okay, so now what you're going to do is pretty obvious, I guess. Mark the middle of your piece of PVC that you've picked for the cross guard, which, as I mentioned before, is slightly longer. As you can see me doing here, it is larger, so you should be able to slide your piece of PVC through it. Now mark the center of it. I just roughly mark the center of it, and then what you're going to want to do is drill through that with the hole saw. Pretty easy, pretty simple. I did it with my hands. Okay, and then you should be able to slide your PVC right through. Okay, so now if once you've drilled your hole, you'll want to clean the hole out, I guess, just for no mess. And then you should be able to slide your base PVC, the part you'll be using for the blade, is you should be able to slide that straight through, and you can line it up with the mark at the bottom. Okay, so now you should be able to slide your sword blade straight through the cross guard pretty easily, as long as you've got the right hole saw and the right size PVC, and then line it up with the mark you made for where you want your handle. So now you can basically see how the sword's going to come together. Now you want to take a heat gun, and this is optional actually. I chose to do it because I wanted it to look a little bit fancy, but this is just to make your cross guard look a little bit more decorative. I just curved it up a little bit. It does help with the sword fighting, I guess, only a little bit, but still. But yeah, I just did it for looks, and it's completely optional, so if you guys don't have a heat gun, don't worry about it. Okay, so now you can see me shaping it, now that I've heated it up. That's pretty easy, nothing special about that. But yeah, if you guys want to do it, it's perfectly fine, but you don't have to. It depends on what sort of sword you're making. I guess if you wanted to make a cutlass, you'd probably have to heat it up. Okay, so now you can slide that right off, and you should be able to slide it back on again pretty easily. And now what you're going to want to do is take some electrical tape or duct tape, and you should be able to just wrap the handle and the cross guard together in it. What that will do is hold the cross guard in place, so you won't have to do anything, you won't have to glue it, none of that, and it also makes it removable, so if your PVC breaks while you're sword fighting, which is very likely as you saw in the start of this video, you can just slide it right off and replace the piece of PVC. I did that. I made a couple spares when I was sword fighting with my little brother and his mate. Yeah, I made a couple spares just in case, and turned out we did need them, so I was pretty happy about that. But yeah, that's really all there is to it for this build. What's up, guys? So hope you liked seeing how to build this. It's really easy. This is the two-handed longsword that I decided to build, and even though these break pretty easily when you're going, hard out, it's quite easy to cut other ones. You just cut a piece of pipe that's the same size, and you can cut this cross guard off with just like some scissors or whatever. You can just peel the tape off and then slide it back on the other one and re-tape it up. So I decided to also go ahead and make some more. I made a one-handed cutlass. I didn't bother curving the tip to make it look like a real one. I like it this way. This is for my little brother. And I made a one-handed short sword, a little bit like the two-handed long sword I made, with a dagger thing. So yeah, now we're just going to go have a battle with them, and I'll let you guys watch.